Hi there and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. As always, it is a pleasure to have you with me today. We are going to spend some time low on our mats today, so just working some good full floor stretches. We can still get full body, but just staying low so there's not the ups and downs. If you're feeling like you just feel like being a little bit quieter today, not quite as much energy, but trust me, you're going to use some, and it's just going to feel really good. So honored to have you with me today. Super appreciated. If you'll take a moment and subscribe to my channel, I would be ever so grateful. And if you have, thank you so much for doing so. I'm just hoping to grow the channel and to hopefully positively affect as many people as possible. Just helping them to live a happier, healthier life and finding effective, healthy ways to let go of stress, tension, to become a little bit more fit, a little bit more mindful, and a little less stressed. So without further ado, my friends, let's find a seated position and make that easy pose if that's okay for you. Crisscrossing those legs. And we're going to sit up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders up and back and letting those shoulders just gently slide down and away. Such a great little stretch for those shoulders and the neck. Let's do that again, and helping to let go of tension and tightness, and those shoulders slide down and away. And we release those hands down by our sides, sitting up nice and tall. Close your eyes. As you exhale, lean your head to the right, so just the ear right over the shoulder, and as you press that left palm down towards the earth, just feeling that really nice stretch all through the neck. And then we're going to slowly turn our gaze up towards the sky. Go slow and steady. Still leaning that head to the right as you rotate and look up just a bit. Stretching those scalene muscles all along through the neck and the shoulder. Still pressing that left palm down towards the earth. Slowly we begin to turn our gaze down towards that right shoulder. Again, still leaning that head to the right, and just slowly turning the gaze down over that right shoulder. Still pressing that left palm towards the earth. One of the biggest culprits of holding tension and stress, the neck and the shoulders. Followed not closely behind and sometimes in front of those hips or your lower back. We slowly turn the face back towards front. Very carefully lifting that head back to neutral. Sitting up nice and tall, and we lean the head to the left. Just be gentle. Let gravity take a hold. Don't force things to happen that aren't ready to. Pressing that right palm down towards the earth. Eyes can be open or closed. And then just slowly start to turn your gaze up towards the sky. Only as far as feels right to you. Stopping along the way anywhere you need to. Find your breath. And then slowly start to turn your gaze down towards that left shoulder. Still leaning that head to the left. Stopping wherever you need to stop. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Noticing if one side's a little more intense than the other. If we tend to hold tension more on one side than the other. So we just do our very best to use those exhales to let go of as much as we can. And we gently turn our face back to front. And very carefully lifting that head back to neutral. We bring the hands behind the head, interlace your fingers behind the head, and just release the weight of the head back. Into those hands, supporting with the arms, lifting your gaze, opening up that chest, drawing the base of the shoulder blades towards one another. No tension in that neck, softening the jaw. Inhaling it up nice and tall, and exhaling to the right. Left elbow pointing towards the sky, left sit bone connected to the earth. If it feels good to you, you can look up or just straight ahead. And we rise, coming back to center. And exhaling to the left. Checking in along the way. How you doing? Always mindful of that breath. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Extend those arms out to a T, and we cross that left arm out in front. Right hand to the tricep just below your shoulder. Pull that arm in nice and tight. Now you might notice that that shoulder lifts a little bit. I want you to press it down and away. Turning and taking your gaze out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your left collarbone. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, bring it back to face front, and let's take that left arm up and back, right hand to the elbow, and just gently press. Chin off the chest, and just press it down. If it feels right to you, take that right hand and circle it around behind. If you have a strap, you're welcome to use your strap for assistance, and drop it down from your top hand down to the bottom hand, and hold on. Feeling that length in the spine, just breathe. Close your eyes, relax your jaw, let go of that tension wherever you're holding it. Gently release your hands, roll those arms back out to a T, and we cross that right arm out in front, left hand to the tricep just below your shoulder, pull it in nice and tight, turning and taking your gaze out over that right shoulder down and away, and a little tuck of your chin down towards that right collarbone. Present and mindful with what you feel and where your body is in space, without judgment, without criticism, hopefully with a little bit of sense of humor, a little bit of grace. We work to let go of the negative energies within us and around us, always working to create the best version of ourselves possible. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. We take that right arm up and back, left hand to the elbow, and gently press, chin off the chest. Just opening up through that chest, and if it feels right to you, circling that left arm around behind, reaching up, and again, you're welcome to use that strap, dropping it down from that right hand to the left. Again, chin off the chest. So there's this tendency to kind of collapse forward, hollowing out through the chest. I want you to be mindful. Open up that chest. Breathe slow and steady. Close your eyes. Oh, big exhales. What are you holding on to that we don't need to? Mentally, emotionally, physically, what are you holding on to? So often we hold on to the other people's worries, frustrations, problems. Oh, my friend, they are not ours to solve. Support, love, encourage, but take care of yourself. Release your hands and slowly let those arms open back out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow the tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach, releasing that right hand to the mat, left arm up and over, and we're going to sway side to side, just at your own pace, reaching it up to center, and then over as you're ready, keeping those sit bones glued to the earth, and just find the pace that works for you. Working with your breath, exhaling as you come over, inhaling as you come up. Find your breath. Slow it down. Last one here. Inhaling it up, reach to the sky, and exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees open out wide, taking a hold anywhere along the shins you like. Sit up nice and tall. Draw those shoulders down and away. Close your eyes, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Exhale and hollow. One more time each direction, press it through. And exhale, hollow. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Let those feet come out and away from you just a little bit. Let those knees open and just hinge it forward. Just let your upper body come forward, releasing the weight of the head, of the torso, and just stretching into that lower back. A little tuck of your chin. Starting at the tailbone, roll it up one vertebra at a time. till we sit up nice and tall. We're going to open up those feet to about the width of your mat. Toes are slightly turned off, heels remain on. We place the hands to the tops of the shins, or we reach down a little further, down to the tops of our feet, and we're just going to walk. Walk those hands forward. If you like, you can walk your hands all the way out. So just find a position for the hands and the arms that works the very best for you. As we reach forward, that creates this amazing stretch all the way down the spine. A little tuck of your chin. Getting into the groin a bit, stretching those hips. That lower back is getting a load of love. Feels so good. And then slowly, slowly start to walk your hands back up. Let's take that right leg and we're going to bring it out in front. Knee pointing towards the top of your mat. Left leg is going to extend behind us and we're going to come into pigeon pose. Lifting the chest. If that is too much in that lower back, bring your hands forward a bit. Lengthening and reaching through the crown of the head. That actually feels pretty good. Let's bring that down a little bit and we'll work our way up. So as we are coming forward just a bit, not too much in that lower back. Feels really nice in that right hip. Let's open up those hands just a little bit wider than the width of the mat, bending the elbows and lowering the tummy and chest down. Not all the way, still supporting, keeping some activation in the shoulders and the upper back, strong through the core. Now press through the pads of the fingers and rise. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lower, this time a little bit faster. And as you exhale, press it back up. Inhale, slowly lower. And exhale, press it back up. Let that upper body be heavy and use those arms. Now, if it feels right to you, go ahead and walk those hands back. If you're like, not so much, it's okay. Keep those arms forward. Breathe. Keep that length in the spine rather than the arch of the back. And let's just gently rock side to side. So just checking in with what's going on. Kind of a cloudy day today. So depending upon what's going on with you guys, weather can play a part. So really notice those sunny days, you have more energy maybe. Cloudy days, feeling a little more quiet. Maybe the joints respond to that higher or lower density. And just breathe. Hopefully your day's going great. Coming back to center, and let's go ahead and walk it forward. Coming all the way down to sleeping pigeon. Stacking the hands, relax the weight of your head. Take a big breath in and squeeze every muscle in that lower body. And then exhale, release it, relax it. We're going to do that once again. Inhale, squeeze. Feel yourself lift just a little bit. This is a pretty small movement, but you should feel yourself rise and fall. Exhale and release. And let's slowly start to walk those hands. We're going to come over on to that right hip, and we're going to sweep that left leg around and cross, either to the base of the knee or to the top of the knee. We wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee and sit up as tall as you can. Turning and taking your gaze out over that left shoulder, both sit bones connected to the earth, lengthening through the crown of the head. We release that left hand behind us, right elbow to the top of the knee, press against the knee, and work to get a deeper rotation. Turning and taking your gaze a little further beyond that left shoulder. Make sure you're still breathing. So we've got a lot going on here. Making sure your body's like, yep, I'm on board. This feels good. Making sure your breath is slow and steady. Adjust where you need to adjust. Maybe it's extending that right leg out, not having that knee bent. Maybe it's not having the elbow against the knee. Maybe it's just holding on. And then ever so slowly, release it back to center. Sweeping that left leg around, back to our pigeon. And let's rock it side to side. And noticing, feel a little different, better, same. Just checking in, making sure you still got a neck. Find your breath. Coming over onto that right hip, sweeping that left leg around. And as that left foot comes forward, sweep the right leg back. And we come to our pigeon on the left side. And just rock it side to side. Move your hands wherever you need to move them, supporting the back, keeping that core strong. And we're just checking in. So remember those places where I said we hold tension? Yeah, hips, definitely. Absolutely. And we just work to let it go. Coming back to center, let's bring those hands forward, lengthening out that spine, connecting core, shoulders, arms. So we're strong through the belly, we're strong through those arms, and ever so slowly begin to lower yourself down to about halfway or 3/4 of the way down. Now let that upper body be heavy as you exhale and press yourself back up. So really allowing those arms to do the work for you. Inhale, lower. Nicely done. Exhale and press. You got one more in there. Inhale, lower. And exhale, press. Now we can stay right here. You can come down onto the palms of the hands and just take care of that lower back. If the body says, yeah, I'm ready for it, go ahead and come on up and breathe. So getting that really nice stretch through the front of that right leg, through the outside of that left hip, feeling it in that lower back, making sure the core is strong, always supporting through the back. Remember, it's about being mindful, right? Beautiful. Come on over onto that left hip, and we're going to sweep that right leg around, sweeping it across the floor, bringing that right foot to the base of the knee or crossing to the top of the knee. If you need to extend that left leg out straight, by all means, wrapping the crook of that left elbow around the knee, we sit up nice and tall and turn and take our gaze out over that back arm. So notice that right bun, that right sit bone. It might be lifted off the mat and kind of rolling over to that left side. I want you to connect both sit bones to the earth as you sit up tall and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Right hand comes behind us. We prop ourselves up even taller. Left elbow to the top of the knee. Press against your knee for that deeper rotation, really lifting through the crown of the head. There's this tendency to hollow out through the chest. I want you to stay tall. Very important to keep space between those vertebrae as we twist, particularly if you're taking care of the back. If you have bulging discs, if you're limited in space and you're kind of bone on bone, maybe you don't even twist and you just stay facing front. It's about being kind to your body and doing what you need, not forcing your way through things that are not great for you. And then slowly release that rotation. And once again, we take that right leg and we sweep it all the way around and back to our pigeon. And again, rock it side to side. Those hands can come forward, so you take some of that arch out of your back if you need it. And we just rock side to side. Big, full, deep, beautiful breaths. And we come back over onto that left hip, sweeping that right foot around, extending legs out long, slide on down towards the top of your mat. Flex your feet. Just feel that stretch on the backs of the legs. Now let's pull one knee in and then the other, and we're going to lift our toes, and we're going to take each finger between the toes. So index finger between your big toe and your second toe, and just kind of manage fingers between the toes. Now depending upon how meaty your fingers are and the space between your toes, this can be pretty challenging. So do the best you can and sit up nice and tall. So creating space between those toes, straightening out the bones, realigning bones, tendons, muscles, always good. Now you can stay right here if you're like, woof, this is intense. If you like, sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to take baby steps forward to the point where it's right for you. If those fingers pull away from your toes, back off. Reconnect fingers between those toes, and you can just walk it out. So you can extend it all the way out if you like. And let your head be heavy. So you can let your head be heavy whether those knees are bent or those legs are long. Tucking your chin towards your chest. And I just want you to kind of relax. So you probably have some tension going on with those toes and your feet. Let it go. You might actually get to the point where it feels good to have those fingers between those toes. If you're like, lady, you are crazy, this does not ever going to feel good, have faith. It just might. Now gently press Palms of the hands against the tops of the feet and point those toes. Keeping the fingers through the toes. So again, if the knees are bent, it's okay because you're on your heels. Just press those toes down. Stretching through the top of the foot and through the front of the shins. And then slowly begin to flex the feet. Use the strength of those arms to pull back. Breathe. So even if those knees are bent, heels are lifted, we can still pull back. Activating through that upper back. You feel that? Feels pretty good. So we're going to release those hands, extend those legs, reach it out, sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, lower your arms, and roll it back, one vertebra at a time. Arms open out to a T. And we pull one foot in towards your bottom, and then the other. Hands down by your sides, palms to the mat. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat. And let's begin to lift those hips. Peeling your spine off the mat one vertebra at a time. Pressing our way up to bridge pose. Top of bridge pose, we are resting on the back of the head and the back of the shoulders. We bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, rolling those shoulders underneath us, one at a time. Pressing through those heels, lifting your hips just as high as you can get them, squeezing those buns. Let's lift the heels, coming up to the toes. Let's release the heels and lift the toes. Press through those heels, lift your hips as high as you can get them. Release the soles of the feet, release the hands, unroll one shoulder and then the other, and ever so slowly take it back down. Find your breath, lifting your fingertips towards the sky, bending at the elbows, bending at the wrists, placing your hands on either side of your ears, elbows pointing towards the sky. Find your breath. So this takes some mobility through those shoulders and through the wrists for sure. Checking in. How does it feel? Now you can choose to stay right here, or if you wish, we're going to press it up to wheel pose. Oh, opening up through that belly, through the chest. Let's take a step out with each foot and press through the palms of the hands, through the soles of the feet, and guide that weight up towards those fingertips. And once again, walk those feet back, ever so slowly, lowering back down. When we come to the shoulders, slowly take it back down. One knee comes in, nicely done, and then the other. And if wheel pose isn't in the game today, no worries, guys. Rock it side to side. Wheel pose is a very challenging pose. Strengthen the arms, the shoulders, really stretches through the belly, through the chest, and can be just an intimidating pose for some, so no worries. Take care of yourself. Coming back to center. And let's lift those soles of the feet towards the sky. Knees remain bent. We're going to open up those knees a little bit wider than the width of the rib cage. Reaching up with those hands, take a hold anywhere along the legs you like, or take a hold of the outside edge of your foot. And we're going to press the tailbone down towards the earth, and then use the strength of the arms to pull those knees down towards the earth. Knees right along the outside edge of the ribs. Dead bug or happy baby. Feeling the strength in the arms. Pressing that tailbone down, feeling that length in the spine. Great stretch in the groin. And we bring the soles of the feet together, interlacing the fingers along the outside edge of your foot, and gently press those knees out and away. A little pull for those shoulders as those feet press out and away. That can feel pretty good. And if you like, begin to lift that upper body, tuck your chin towards your chest. Close your eyes and breathe, activating through those core muscles. How much of your shoulder blades can you get off the earth? Breathe. I don't know if you can tell as it gets dark and the clouds roll in. We're supposed to get some good thunderstorms today. That's always fun. And slowly release the upper body back down, pulling those feet in. Release your hands, knees come together. Extending those arms out to a T, pull your knees out and away from you just a little bit, and then slowly release both knees to the left. I love a good thunderstorm. Releasing that left hand to the top of the right knee. Turn and take your gaze out over that right arm. And then just close your eyes. Definitely needing the rain for sure. It's been an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful month or two. I know we need the rain. But I do love my sunshine. Eyes are closed, jaw soft. Releasing that left hand, rolling it back to center. And then slowly, slowly releasing both knees to the right. Right hand to the top of that left knee, opening up the chest and turning and taking your gaze out over that left arm. It's kind of funny. I have one kiddo who loves gray and rainy days. I have one kiddo who loves the snow and another kiddo who loves it hot. I got all the seasons covered. I myself am a little bit of a lizard, so I like the sunshine. It is amazing how the weather can impact our moods and our physical well-being. That's why I always say, keep a sense of humor. Open mind. Today is what today is, but tomorrow is always a fresh start. And what is it about the rain that you love or you're not super fond of, or the cold, or the hot? Releasing that right hand, we roll it back to center. Placing the soles of the feet to the mat, let's heel toe those feet out almost to the width of the mat, turning your toes slightly inward. Knees just gently touch. Let's take those arms overhead if that feels okay to you. If that's not great for your shoulders, just find a place for your hands to rest. Close your eyes. Slow, steady, deep breaths, checking in. So even though we never left our bum, really, we got a ton of stuff done. Hopefully you're feeling really good. Your body's saying thank you. Let's place the other hand on top. And through our breath, we reconnect. We feel the energy move through us. Now let's gently heel toe those feet in. Soles of the feet come together, knees open out nice and wide. Heels can be up close or further away. Just let those knees be heavy and open. If that is not your favorite place, you can extend those legs out long, and we'll meet you there in just a moment. Again, we switch and have the other hand on top. And now slowly closing those knees, sliding one leg out and then the other. Let's bring the arms down by your sides, turning your palms open to the sky, lifting the chest just slightly, rolling those shoulders underneath you, and allow yourself to just settle down against the earth. Feet naturally roll open, palms open to the sky, giving and receiving love and energy. Eyes are soft, get rid of the wiggles. And take a moment looking inward. We see a color. What color do you see today? Is it bright? Is it warm? Maybe soft, maybe cool. Can you feel the energy from that light? Is it a calming energy? Or is it invigorating? Whatever it is, my friend, allow it to move through you from the crown of the head, through the face, through the neck, the shoulders, the arms, through the chest, the torso, the belly, the hips, all the way down the legs to the tips of the toes. We give ourselves permission to just simply be for just a few more moments, allowing the energy of that light to heal, to mend, to strengthen, to awaken. Taking your time as you're ready, just slowly moving, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching your limbs, mindful of how the mind and the body are feeling. Taking just a moment to thank your body for taking you on this journey today, for that beautiful mindful movement. And as you're ready, pulling those feet in, knees in, and just roll to your side. And as you're ready, we come back up to a seated position. Oh, it got dark out there, you guys. Sitting up nice and tall, roll those shoulders up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Close those eyes. Turn the palms to face the sky. Drape the wrists over the knees. Bring your index finger and thumb to touch. My wish for you is a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Let's pull the hands to heart center. Gently open those eyes, and a heartfelt thank you, my friend, for joining me today. I hope you do have a spectacular day. Light, love, and namaste.